Never, ever miss it. Never miss what? The morning live stream. I've got some news for you coming up in just a second. Welcome to our daily live stream. It's all about voiceover. I'm Bill DeWeese, professional voiceover talent. This is what I've done for a living for the past 18 years, and I'm a voiceover coach, demo producer, authored a couple of books on the topic. My latest, Get Paid Using Your Voice, Get Found, Get Heard, Get Hired. If you want to download the digital version of this, it's below in the description. You can check that out. How are you guys doing? Hope things are going well. Got a busy day today. Following this, my wife had to take the car over. Or she had a recall on her car. Had to take it to the dealership. So after this, I've got a directed session with a client on the East Coast. Then I've got to go run over and pick her up. And then I've got a meeting with the students of my voiceover blueprint. So, and then I'm sure more recording to do after that. But a busy day is a good day, right? Hey, thanks for being here. Take a second, if you would, to check in on the live chat. Let me know where you're watching and listening from this morning, because as is our tradition, we get together every Monday through Friday at this time. I like to, before we sign off, I like to go through and just acknowledge everybody who's on. So I will be doing that. And by the way, always thank you for your subscriptions and for your likes, because it encourages the YouTube algorithm to share this video with people who are looking for good voiceover information. And that's what it's all about, right? Good, reliable, accurate voiceover information to help you down the road toward voiceover success. Well, today I wanted to talk about, I received a comment, or a question rather, from a viewer yesterday, and I just wanted to talk about that for a moment, because it has prompted something and put something in motion which benefits us all. And it comes from Ron. Ron says, do you provide a heads up for when your instructions come on? Thank you. I've answered that question by doing something. Now, how would you like for me to send you a text and an email every morning before I go live? Just as a personal reminder to, hey, don't miss it. We're getting ready to go live. Well, I've set it up so that we can do exactly that. That way you can make sure that you don't miss another video again. I get this, people ask me this a lot, and people miss and they get frustrated. So let me text you and email you every morning, just as a reminder to ensure that you're here, so you don't miss the great content, that you don't miss a chance to be together with your fellow voiceover talent who are on the same journey. The encouragement, it's not just learning, it's the encouragement, I think, of getting together, huddling up, before we go out to face the day. So all you have to do, and by the way, I put this link in the description below, but it's just go to BillDeWeeseLive.com/YouTube. And you can simply sign up for it. And then every Monday through Friday, I will send you an email and a text to remind you, hey, it's time. We're getting ready to go live. And if you ever want to unsubscribe and you want me to stop, I can stop. It's not a problem at all. But I just want to make it as easy and convenient as possible to make sure that you never miss another huddle. I know how important this can be. I mean, I think for all of us, to get together and to talk about something that's important to us and realize that we're not in the game all alone. And I think that can be one of the most frustrating parts of a business like this. It's very much a Lone Ranger kind of thing, because we don't work in an office setting with other people. We don't have a chance to develop those kind of relationships, and we don't have the encouragement of others. And it can be very difficult. I remember one of the hardest struggles when I first got into voiceover was the fact that I went from working with a team of people to being just me. And while I enjoyed easy access to my refrigerator and, being able to create my own schedule, I missed that camaraderie, that sharing of ideas, that coffee talk just around the coffee pot, just getting together and, having people faces that you see every day. And so this is a version of that, this daily voiceover huddle. We may not have an office where we can all get together, and how fun would that be if we could? But this is where we get together around the coffee pot to start our day. Or for those of you who are not in the U.S., and it's afternoon or evening or the middle of the night, whenever it is, it's a chance for us to get together and to encourage each other in voiceover. So again, that's BillDeWeeseLive.com/YouTube, or just go below in the description and you can check that out. Well, let's see who we've got in the live chat this morning. Joe says, have a Wizard Wednesday to everybody. It's Joe in crisp, sunny, wintry UK. Joe, always good to see your thumbs up. Thanks for being here. Nephi in Knoxville, how's it going? Andrew, good to have you checking in today. Jason, it's another fantastic day for voiceover. Good morning from Kearney, Nebraska. Ariel says, good morning from cozy yet dark and stormy California. John with a happy Wednesday from Denver, showing the camel, which is a reminder that it is indeed what? Yeah, that's right. It's hump day. Rob says, greetings from Loveland, Ohio. I just can't get my head wrapped around how badly the Cincinnati Bengals are doing, in spite of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Right? For those of you who are professional football fans, as in American football, as in the National Football League, the NFL, this is one of the interesting conundrums, I guess, of football. Is how can you have a team that performs so well, scores so many points, has like the quarterback, the highest passer rating in the entire NFL, better than anybody else, and yet they can't win a game. I have a little theory on that, and that is this: is that I believe in the numbers. In other words, if and the numbers say this, that anything within a period of time, anything can happen, regardless of what you do to try to secure an outcome. So, for instance, you might be the worst team in football, but you still might have an incredible record for a period of time, just accidentally. You may be the best team in football and still have a bad record momentarily, but eventually, over a period of time, the numbers will work out so that your outcome will reflect the actual numbers, the stats that you're putting up. And I think it's the same thing in voiceover. You can do a lot of like direct marketing, emails, phone calls, do a lot of auditions. And some people, early on, just for inexplicably get just a ton of work because it's the law of numbers, and then things level out or slow down later on. Whereas some people early on can do all kinds of stuff and seemingly nothing happens for a period of time, and then it kicks in. And you just have to trust that those numbers. I'm glad you brought that up, Rob, because it really is analogous to voiceover or any other business. If you trust those numbers long enough, they will work out in your favor. Hey, Mark, what's going on in Montreal? Ron, good morning to you in Grand Haven, Michigan. Jim, good morning in foggy Grable, Indiana. I'm getting a howdy, howdy, howdy from Paul in Arkansas. Let's see here. Oh, man, YouTube is trying to move me along faster than I want to talk today. Jim in Memphis. Bob in Wadsworth, OH. Ethan, happy hump day to you in Ontario. First time to actually catch you live from the White Cliffs of Dover, England. Well, Louis, good to have you on today. Fantastic. Appreciate you being here. Aaron, howdy to you in Columbia, Missouri. GS in Longview, Washington. Vince, good morning. In sunny but soon to be rainy Palm Bay, Florida. Jim in Naples, Florida. John in Rhinebeck, New York. Wayne in Cleveland, Ohio. Rick, what's going on in St. Paul? Bob, Mallory was right about staying online 24/7, referring to the course that Mallory recently taught on Fiverr. Bob says, I have a lot of impressions. I need to change my demos to get more clicks. So one of the suggestions she made is that you make sure that you're always signed in and online. That way clients, even in the middle of the night, clients can reach out to you that might be in another part of the world. You can always get back to them the next day. No problem. Marla, howdy from Texas. Buy that book. Thank you, Marla. Best VO actor reference. Roger from LA. Hey, what's going on, Roger? Hey, Tracy, how are you doing in Rochester, Minnesota? Alex, good morning to you in Utah. Probably a Friday question. Yeah, you know what, Alex, if you could bring that back on Friday, just because I got a lot of people I need to reach out to, but I appreciate it. And bring it back on Friday. By the way, to everybody, Fridays are our Q&A. So bring your questions on Friday and I'll answer as many as I can. Becky, good morning to you from the Mitten State. Yes, what state is this? Everybody with me? Yeah, that's Michigan right there. And the UP is like way up here someplace. The Upper Peninsula. Jerry says, howdy from Dallas, Texas. Wow, I have a 3-day streak going here. All right, Jerry. Hey, Phil in Tokyo, what's going on? Jim in Beaufort, South Carolina. Sandra in Dallas-Fort Worth. Kirk in Greenville, South Carolina. Rusty in the UP of Michigan, right up in here. Theo says, happy hump day to all from downtown Chicago, where the corporate coffee is free, but it sure ain't Michigan cherry. And Theo, yesterday, my wife and I made a special trip over to Meijer to pick up a pound or two of coffee beans, which I am thoroughly enjoying this morning. That is an unpaid endorsement of Michigan Cherry Coffee. It's the best. Joy says, good morning, everyone from cloudy Southfield, Michigan. Alex with a good morning from Westlake, Ohio. It's been a minute, Alex. Good to see you. Corey in Whitehall, Wisconsin. James in Kentwood, Michigan. Thanks for all you do. A lot of folks up there in that state of Michigan watching the morning huddle. James, okay, I just said hi, James. Sorry about that. Belinda, rather. Good morning to you in Maine. Scotty in Brookings, South Dakota, where it is snowing. Jim in Naples, Florida. Good morning. David, good morning to you in Hamilton, Ontario. Gail in Detroit. Celeste in Newark, Delaware. David in Iowa. Aaron in Linden, Washington. Hey, I noticed the link from your morning email includes the period. Oh, you know what? I meant not to. I intentionally not. I didn't put it there, but I wonder if when I forwarded, it automatically put in a period. In other words, what he's trying to say is my link's not working that I put in. If you click on it, I'll check on that, Jim. Thank you. Hello, watching from Texas. First time to join the live stream. Good to have you here this morning. Suzette, what time do you start? I start 8:30 Central Time, Monday through Friday. Jen, I'm glad you're here. John says, good morning from Vestal, New York. Just got my first demo back. Should be able to start auditioning soon and launch my VO business. John, congrats. Fantastic. Hey, Tim and Altoona, what's going on? Sandra, good morning. Ariel says, wow, cool. Text away. Fantastic, Ariel. I will do that. John says, good morning, Professor from Memphis. Thanks for your information. Well, John, I've been called that for quite a while, but thank you. I appreciate that. Riley says, good morning from Texas. Hit that like button, y'all. Suzette, perfect. Drew says, good morning, replicants. Joy says a text message would be great. All right. Sarai, good morning to all. Been a while, lots of changes and moving stations, but glad to be back. Good to have you back. Good morning from Nancy in South Dakota. Aaron says, I get a YouTube notification every weekday morning at 6:30. You must be on the West Coast. Tanya says, good morning from kind of chilly South Philly. Let's see here. Hey, Jim, good to see you. Jolie, how are you? First snow in Minnesota. Theo says the camaraderie here is really important to me and so many of us. Thanks for the new feature, Bill. Thank you, Theo. Appreciate that. Theo's, in case you don't know, he's like my main hype man. He's been kind of chill here lately, but when he gets fired up, he gets fired up. Sometimes he writes limericks too. He's it's quite an addition to the morning huddle here, and I appreciate it. Thanks, Theo. Hey, Jim, you and Angela compliment each other well. Thank you, Jim. Hey, Jackson, good morning from Salt Lake City. Proud to say I booked my first paid animation gig. Hey, Jackson, that's the sweet sound of voiceover success right there. Congrats to you. Glad to have this live stream community. Jess in Austin, Texas, how are you doing? Catherine in Central Florida. Detroit checking in. David in Gardner, Kansas. Signed up for your messages this very morning. Received the message already. One of the non-political texts and emails I look forward to. Yeah. Well, this one actually, I need your permission to send it to you. For some reason, politicians, I don't know if it's legal or not, but man, I was buried in text this political season. Jim says, wasn't Burrow the Heisman winner in college? Indeed, he was. I played for Louisiana State University, LSU. Claire says, long time, Bill. I hope all is well with you and yours. It is, Claire. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Jim, hello from Anderson, South Carolina. Galen in Carborough. Jerry in Dallas. Surprised the Cowboys still have a fan base. Been a rough year, I know. Terry says, good morning from Fallston, Maryland. Excellent information. Kevin, beautiful day in Houston. I bet, especially after that win against the Cowboys the other day. Brian says, good morning from Anchorage, Arkansas. Laura, hello, everyone. JR, good morning from sunny, Austin. Happy Hump Day. Jay, wishing everyone a good morning from Conyers, Georgia. David says, link worked fine for me, Bill. Okay, David, thanks for that. I'll double check that just to make sure everything's cool. Suzette says, I'll jump on the link and sign up. Fantastic, Suzette. Thank you for that. Eddie, good morning to you in San Antonio. We've got Femi in Nigeria. Good to have you here this morning, Femi. Jim says a Yankee saying, y'all is a transplanted Southerner. Did I say y'all? If I did, I got a lot of Southern blood in me, from my mom's side specifically. Bill, can I ask you a question? Are there apps on the phone you recommend for okay, this is something if you could bring this back on Friday, my Friday's Q&A, and I'll take the time to answer as many of those as I can. I'm not trying to avoid you. I just wanna make sure I get through everybody here this morning before I have to sign off, which I need to do because I have a session starting in just a few minutes. Tanya, good morning. Let's see here. Suzette, it works. All ready to go. Fantastic, Suzette. Glad you're signed up and ready to roll. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go to BillDeweeseLive.com/YouTube. Just sign up. And again, what I'll do is I'll send you a text and an email every morning before I go live just to make sure you don't miss anything. If you ever decide, hey, I need a break, and I want Bill to quit texting me, you can always unsubscribe and we'll honor that, of course. But I just appreciate you being here, and I want to make it as easy as possible to make sure that you get here. If you haven't taken a moment to like the video, please do. It just, again, helps make sure that YouTube shows this to as many other people as possible. Let's grow this community and help each other succeed in voiceover. That's what it's all about. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you then.